Okay, now we're going to talk about figure 3, and this is the effects of desigargin on intracellular apoptotic molecules and the release of cytochromin C. So in figure A, this is showing the PUMA deficiency on the TG regulation of extrinsic and intrinsic pathways. So on the left, you'll see the pro-caspase 8, 9, 3, and those are the anti-caspases. And the BID is comes into play too, as well as the B-actin, which is the antibodies. And what it's showing is the PUMA proficient and the PUMA deficient, and C is for the cells, and TG is showing the regulation. So TG is showing that it induced the caspases with the BID cleavage for the proficient cells, as you see here. And that, but for the deficient, you see that it had no effect as far as inducing. For B, this is showing the effect of TG on the cytochromin C being released from the mitochondria into the cytosol. So like before, we see the proficient PUMA and the deficient PUMA, and C stands for the cells. And so for cytochromin, you're going to see that for the TG, it shows up. So that's showing it's inducing the release of the cytochromin C for the PUMA proficient cells. But in TG, for the deficient cells, it's showing that it weakened. Next, we're going to move on to figure 4, and that is the TG effect on intracellular Bax distribution. And for A, these are the cells being transfected with the MCF cells, well, MCF7 cells, and that's with the PEGFP PAX expression vector to express the GFP Bax. So what we're seeing is the GFP alone. It showed the less significant staining. As far as you can see, it's not really definite for a pattern. And the TG enhances the distribution of the mitochondria. And then you can see that right here. So it's more definite. You can see that it's more cells that showed up as far as the staining of the DAPI, and when they're merged together, and the arrows show the definition. For B, this is the TG treated cells. It showed a number of a decrease for the diffusing of the GFP Bax due to the time. So over the time level, the untreated, it had a higher distribution, but when it started to go more into time, it started to decrease, and definitely for the TG affected cells.